Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Gene Edwards. You are watching Lubed for March the 4th, 2023, as the Edmonton Oilers had five goals they scored and they couldn't pull off a win again. This is happening too often. 5 goals should guarantee you a win. I'm not going to touch on Jack Campbell. I'm going to leave that till the X Factor because there's no sense of beating it down so much. But you know that my X Factor is Jack Campbell tonight. Another horrible performance. Anyway, it was Nick Bjugstad's debut. I'm going to go through his numbers as well. We're going to talk about where the Oilers are in the standings. We're also going to dive into the next 10 games that the Oilers have, and we'll answer some of your questions if you guys have questions or any comments. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on Jack Campbell and what he was able to do. It was not a good effort at all for him whatsoever. Anyway, let's get into Nick Bjugstad's numbers for his debut. A little bit of a highlight here. At least we can kind of have something to cheer about, as he did get his first goal as an Edmonton Oiler. He had 2 shots, 3 block shots, 1 hit, and 13 minutes and 17 seconds of ice time. Not a bad outing for him. Considering he got a goal, I think he felt probably pretty good about that. One of those block shots, too, I think it was probably the first block shot that he took for the night. Stung him pretty good, but he was getting the pats on the bench from the rest of the boys, so yeah, not a bad night for him. That's, I guess, the one highlight of a night that wasn't so good, right? Like, it wasn't a good night. Okay, let's get into the scoring summary here. Let me just 1 second here. As there was a lot of goals. A lot of goals. As the Edmonton Oilers, once again, they lose by a count. Oops, got the wrong one up here. As they lose 7-5 to the Winnipeg Jets. I expected Winnipeg to play better because they've been on a real nasty skid themselves. But I didn't expect, well, I guess I should expect our goaltending, okay, I'm not going to get into that. The scoring summary started off with Leon Draisaitl getting his 39th on the power play from Zach Hyman and Evan Bouchard. Then it was Mark Scheifele tying the game at 11:34, his 36 from Dylan DeMayo and Nino Ryder. Before the period would end, Josh Morrissey would score for the Winnipeg Jets, his 14th from Neil Pionk. It is 2-1 going into the second period. In the second period, Matthias Janmark gets a shorthanded goal from Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. It's 2-2. That was at 2:57. Leon Draisaitl then takes the lead on an unassisted goal, his 40th of the year, at 6 minutes and 12 seconds. When you got McDavid and Draisaitl having career years and Nugent having career years, and you're still struggling to solidify yourself in the playoffs, it's so hard for me to take. Anyway, getting off topic, Adam Laurie then scores from Morgan Barron and Brendan Dillon. It is now 3-3. Then it's Kyle Capibianco, I believe, from Blake Wheeler. It is 4-3 Winnipeg. Leon Draisaitl gets his 41st, 4-4 from Connor McDavid and Bouchard. That was at 9:18 of the second period. At 10:45, like, the second period was just a crazy shit show, to be honest with you, as far as goals went. Morgan Barron at 10:45 from Josh Morrissey. It is now 5-4 Winnipeg. And before the period would end, another goal from Josh Morrissey, making it 6-4. Going into the third period, 10 goals already. There was already, at the halfway point of this game, there was 9 goals at the halfway point. It's just crazy, like absolutely crazy. So then we go into the third period where Nick Butstag gets his first as an Edmonton Oiler, his 14th of the year from Devon Shore and Evan Bouchard. And then Dylan Domingo would get the empty netter from Vladislav Nisenkov. And it is a 7-5 final. The Edmonton Oilers, once again, losing a game when they score 5 goals or more. That's tough. It's tough for me to, as a fan, to swallow that and say, hey, well, you know, it's just one of those games. It happens too often. I can understand once in a while having an off night, but it's happening way, 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 way too often. Okay, so what's our new updated standings? As you can see, the Edmonton Oilers still hold the number 1 wildcard spot in the Western Conference. Seattle is not playing tonight, so that likely will not change. There won't be any leapfrogging for the Oilers. They will maintain that spot going into probably Monday's game against the Buffalo Sabres. And yeah, you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. I did not expect the Oilers to win this one because the way last night's game turned out, usually back-to-backs when one team wins, usually there's a pretty good response from the other team unless they're really, really bad. But I didn't care for the amount of goals that Jack Campbell let in. And that's where we cue in the X Factor for tonight, and we're going to talk about Jack Campbell quite a bit here, as not a very good performance.
Scores! The Edmonton Oilers have tied the game!
Here are your Edmonton Oilers X Factors for tonight.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Obviously, you didn't cue in. For my X Factor, I'm just going to get into that transition. Just 1 second, guys. All right. I've been doing some changing around with having to have Sammy live, so obviously I messed up one of the settings here. Usually we transition right into this screen, but something got hiccuped when I did the live shoot with Sammy this morning, which for you guys want to watch, it's basically we break down 17 of the big deals that happened over the course of the last 2 months, starting from Bo Horvat to March the 3rd. So we cover a few and we give you the thoughts on that trade if you want to watch that video. It was shot earlier today. Okay. X Factor. Yep. I wasn't going to word it that horribly, but I said, you know what? Screw it. I am going to word it that horribly. Another piss poor performance by Jack Campbell. 32 saves on 38 shots. An .842 save percentage. Everyone's going to have a bad night from time to time, but you got to find your way out of it. And it's getting to a point now with Jack Campbell, like this is starting to get ridiculous. Like you're getting pretty good money paid. Go see yourselves a sports psychologist. Get yourself different athletic trainers, whatever it needs. Get yourself back to playing at a decent level. You know, I don't expect you to be a Vezina winner, Jack, but come on, man. You can't have these .842 save percentage games every single night and be our number 1 goalie. You know, I am super, super not happy right now with his play. Like, I'm not. And I think most of you guys out there can whistle the same tune. It's not good. Okay, let's go into... I'm sorry for being so negative, but I am a little upset tonight with that effort. The next 10 games, they start tonight was the first of a 4-game start or a 4-game road trip as they played Winnipeg, and then they head off to Buffalo, Boston, Toronto. So 3 pretty tough games there. They come home against the Senators, the new look Senators with Chikrin, so that's going to be another tough one. Dallas, that's going to be tough. Seattle's going to be extremely tough. San Jose should be easy. Coyotes should be easy. Golden Knights going to be tough, and then Coyotes should be easy. But those easy ones, we also saw how well the Edmonton Oilers fare up on those easy ones. They don't fare up very well. So we will see what happens here in the next 10. But, man, I really hope Jack Campbell can start putting it together before the playoffs, because it's not very good. Okay, guys, I'm done my rant for tonight. I wish I had more joy to bring you tonight, but no, I'm not happy with with that performance at all. It's tough. It's tough for me as a fan to like. I'm tired of beating down on Jack too. I want to see this guy do good, but it's just getting to a point where I'm done. I'm just so done with his play right now, and he needs to start getting better. Anyway, that's all I got for you guys. For those of you that are new to the channel, and you like the content I bring, feel free to hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Those, for the rest of you guys out there, as always, stay healthy, stay happy, stay hydrated. Try to sleep this one off. I'm probably going to have a stressful sleep, but it is what it is, guys. And now the Oilers have to go into Buffalo and turn it right around and start playing good hockey again. We will see you with the Buffalo preview tomorrow night. Talk soon, guys. Have a good night.
Don't wanna sleep in, cause I got something to prove. I gotta take what I hate and finally make a move. I think of you and all the shit you don't do. Well, I'ma make hella sure that I don't become you. I have no regrets, yeah, I'll tie up my chest. I'll never forget what it's like to be in debt. Been stabbed in the back bed, I'll show you what happens